Question. Tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. We got 12 questions that people ask about the Cricut all the time. So we're gonna answer them right now. I've got them written down. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, which means it's a Cricut tutorial. If you guys don't know what a Cricut is or don't have one, this is going to be a good video for you guys because I'm answering the top 12 questions that people before they buy a Cricut ask. Check out the link down below. I always have a link to my blog, which I update coupon codes all the time, which is an awesome way to get a little bit of a discount because you cannot use coupons in stores when you're buying Cricut stuff or Cricut supplies. And if you guys want to know how to use your Cricut better, I also have a playlist on my channel with tons of different inspirational videos and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's just get started with the top 12 questions. Can I upload my own images? Yes, you can, and that's probably one of my favorite things about Cricut is I can upload my own images. Whether it's my own images or images that I buy off of Etsy or off someone's blog or off someone's website or someone who's offering free designs, or if I just want to make something personal and I just find something on Google, save it and make it for myself. You can upload anything that you want. Will it be easy to learn the software? So I kind of touched on this in my Cricut versus Silhouette video. The software itself for Cricut is super user-friendly. You will be able to learn it easily because it's such a user-friendly software. The first day I got my Cricut, I was able to make my first project within the first couple of days. So it wasn't really hard to learn at all, and it's really self-explanatory, and they keep everything very simple and straight to the point. So you really can't get lost when you're in it. What materials can I cut? Okay, so this is a question that's really kind of hard to answer because yes, you can cut every material that Cricut offers, but the limit to what you can cut is pretty endless as long as it's something that can fit inside of the machine and the blade can cut deep enough for it. So they do offer a deep cut blade which can go a little bit deeper into certain materials. It can cut everything from like sheet metal, wood, paper, all the way down to paper, parchment paper, and everything in between. So iron-ons, plastics, metals, woods, foam, paper, and anything that can come that thin that doesn't get too, like you can cut fabric with it too. So what kind of DIY projects can I make? All right, so this is just like one of those questions that can just go on and on and on. So I'm not gonna specifically answer that one. I will just encourage you to either look on Pinterest or you could check out any of my videos because that is like where I try to share all of my inspiration with you guys. I do pin a lot of stuff that maybe I'm not gonna go into depth on in a video or I'm not gonna shoot, but Pinterest is probably a really great idea. I've got some boards on my Pinterest board if you guys wanna follow. I'll put a link down below to the Pinterest boards that I actually pin to and some bloggers that I know actually pin to. So you guys can check out a ton of inspirational projects there. There's just so many things that you can make with it. As much as your brain can come up with to use these products on whatever you can think of. So that's the kind of projects you can make. So what is the machine and what does it do? So basically it's a cutting machine. It cuts and it writes and it scores and that's about it. But with that, you can do millions of different ideas. I did go a little bit more into depth on everything that the machine does on my What is a Cricut and What Does It Do video. So I'll put a link down below on that as well. I've also answered a lot of these questions in depth in other videos. So I will definitely put links in the descriptions if you want specifically this one question and you're just dying to know more about it or whatever. I will direct you guys down in the description box. How does the machine work? So I wasn't sure if this question was asking like literally how does the machine do what it does, but basically what the machine does is you put in a design into the computer, you tell the machine you want it to either cut, write, print, or score it. It can't print, but it will send your stuff to the printer and then right back to get it cut. So it cuts, writes, and scores, and you tell it where you want it to cut, where you want it to score, where you want it to write. digitally, and then it goes in and it does all the work. It takes its little blade, and it's this cool little blade that actually rotates so that it's always facing where it needs to face, whether it's even the tiniest little of tiny spots or the biggest of biggest spots. And it goes and it cuts and it does what it does, and it's amazing. And that's basically what the machine does. How is it different from competitive machines? So basically it's better than all of the other machines. I've done a video on Cricut versus the Silhouette, which is its #1 competitor. And basically that video will tell you everything you need to know about both of the machines and what they do. But it's not comparable to me. I would never take this machine and put it aside for any other machine. I've just grown to just fully be in love with my Cricut, and there's barely any DIYs that I can do that I don't want to enhance them with using the Cricut somehow. So what add-ons do I need, and what will the cost be? So basically, add-ons are kind of one of those things that it just depends on the niche that you're going into. You're definitely going to need mats because you can't cut anything without a mat. So you're going to want a mat, and you're probably going to want the toolkit, which comes with the scraper and the weeding tool and I still call it the spatula, and some other little doodads that you're going to use that are going to help you with all of your stuff. Now, if you're going into a specific niche that's going to use a specific material like vinyl or iron-on or print and cut, then I would encourage you to look at the products that you're going to need for that specific niche and stock up on those when there's a good sale or you've got a good coupon on my blog or whatever you are deciding to do. For example, if you're going to be a vinyl person, something that you're always going to want to need or want to have and need is transfer tape. So there are specific things that go well with specific niches. How easy is it to upload my own images? It's super easy. So basically all you're gonna do is find the image, whether it's something you designed or you find from Google or you find on the internet or you find on a blog that's offered for free, or you save it. Anywhere you find it, save it onto somewhere on your computer. All you're gonna do when you're in Cricut Design Space is click Upload Photo, and then it's gonna prompt you to upload by clicking the Upload button. You're gonna click that button, and then it's gonna open up your computer file, just like if you were uploading a photo to PicMonkey or any website that you use, Photoshop, or any of those websites that you upload photos to, even Facebook, just like Facebook would open it up. So you're gonna find it where it's at, so I would encourage you to keep your files organized because that's always easier to find your stuff. Click it, upload it, and then it's either gonna tell you where to go from there. So if you're uploading an SVG, those are usually just ready to go and they save super fast. If you're uploading a PNG, it already has a transparent background and ready to cut. That's super fast too. If it's a JPEG and you want to delete some white areas so that it knows where to cut, that takes a little bit longer, but it's super easy, and then you just save it. And once it's saved, you have all of your images there and you're ready to go. And you can go back and use them as much as you want, or if it's just a one-time project, you can just delete them out of your file. Will I be required to use cartridges? This was actually the reason I'd never bought a Cricut, and this was actually the reason I wanted a Cricut once I realized they changed this. They still call cartridges when you buy them online, but you're not required to use them anymore. You used to have to go into the store and buy these cartridges, and they had to be specific to what you were doing, and now since Cricut users are so familiar with the word cartridges and the way that they worked, they made everything digital and everything available in their Cricut Design Space. You can access it right from the Design Space. Where you would upload your photo, right above that it says insert a photo. You click on there and it opens up this whole world of cartridges. Now, you might not think that they're cartridges because they don't necessarily come in a cartridge, but they just wanted to use the same terminology to keep Cricut users familiar with what they were talking about. So they created this whole library where they're always adding stuff, and you don't have to buy them. Or you can subscribe for $9.99 a month or a yearly fee if you want to, and you can use tons of their free stuff. So that's way cheaper than it used to be. And yes, they're cartridges. No, you don't have to use them. Yes, you can use your own images. Will I use it enough to justify the price? This is also one of those personal questions you need to ask. If you're getting this to start a business, yes, get it. It's gonna make your life majorly easier, and you are gonna thank yourself for having this. It's gonna make your creativity go like skyrocketing, and it's going to give your hands some more free time so that you can invest these puppies into other parts of your craft, and it's gonna let your creativity just flow so much more because you're not gonna be limited very much. If you're going into this for a hobby, I would ask yourself, is the hobby something that I do often? Is this gonna free up a lot of my time? Because for a lot of us, if we're gonna be sitting, if it's something that's therapeutic for you to sit and cut out little tiny pieces of something, more power to you. But for me, I know that that can sometimes be a really tedious part of a craft, and I don't even touch a craft sometimes if something is going to take me so long because I have other things to do. So if you're an avid crafter and you think that this is going to free up a lot of your hobby time to give you a little bit more time to either do more hobbies or free up your time so you can get a hobby done, I would encourage you to get it if you are a big gift giver. This thing saved me so much money towards Christmas and birthday parties and gift giving throughout the year. I do a lot of tutorials on how to make things for super cheap. I would much rather bring a homemade $5 gift that knocks someone's socks off than a $25 gift that's just like, oh cool, we're gonna make something with the Cricut instead of buy something. You would save ridiculous, way more money than how much the entire bundle costs. So yes, I would say you're going to use it enough. I definitely use it a lot. Will it be easy to use the software to make projects? So this kind of goes hand in hand with how easy is the software. Yes, I'm gonna just say yes because I feel like I already kind of answered that in the first software question, but the software and making the projects are so easy to understand and compatible that anybody can do it. Everything is done on a grid and the mats match the design space. So when you're doing everything, it looks exactly like it does in real life. So when you're on the computer, it looks exactly like real life, and your mat looks exactly the same, and you can move your little pieces around on the mat, and it looks like your physical mat, so you can pick where you want your product to be that you're going to be cutting. It's really just a super simple concept, and once you get to know it, I sit and I can make hundreds of things in a weekend. If I were to not have to shoot the video on top of making the crafts, I could literally sit and make 100 projects in a weekend with this thing. Easily. Like really, honestly, easily, I could. So if you're looking into getting a machine to make money, I'm coming out with a video called How to Make Money Using a Cricut, and I would encourage you guys to wait for that video, or if it's already out, watch that video, because I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of ways to use this machine to make money. So I hope that that answered some of your questions. If you have different questions, let me know in the comments below. Don't be afraid to answer other people's questions. I know you guys are all Cricut lovers and you guys are all great at this, and I have a lot of you guys on there who are like master Cricketers. So make sure that you're helping me out by letting all these new Cricut lovers in on all of the secrets that you know, and let's help each other out and be an awesome community. I love you guys, and don't forget to click subscribe if you have not already, and check out all those links because they'll be super helpful for you guys. Love you. Bye.